good morrows, and good day. Welcome to the stream to the page. My name is Big Rich X. I am joined by the patient, passionate, and always palpable Persic in the booth here today. Hopefully we're feeling good. Hopefully we're feeling the vibes we have. So an incredible matchup between Judgment Day and the Goat Killers.
Indeed, so we do, but I must say I got completely mesmerized by your look. Damn, those glasses are hitting well.
Thank you.
Completely forgot that we are even live, honestly. Just a bit of a blush here and there. No, but yes, we have quite an exciting best of 3 coming up. Obviously, before this, we had another caster called Toka. We did a bit of a interesting best of 3 there again. Well, between two massive teams, which were, now let me remember who those were. Those were Beans and
Beans, Al
May
Dente,
Contain
and
Nuts.
May Contain Nuts.
Yes, exactly, and that was a surprising
to
one.
their name, but May Contain Nuts and Beans put on an incredible show, to say the least. Truly coming down to the wire, and I'm hopeful our matchup is just as intense.
Yeah, I really do hope so. Well, we do have Goat Killers and Judgment Day, and Judgment Day is known for being the goats. So listen, here's a bit of a perspective to it. You know, Goat Killers being the Goat Killers, Judgment Day being the goats. What's gonna happen, that's for them to showcase, but nonetheless, I do expect a great Valorant, that's for first and foremost. And both of those teams being in the upper bracket, hey, they have a show to put up.
Should prove to be a fairly fun time. Should be a fairly intense matchup. Now, if I take a look at our map and picks, it looks like the Goat Killers have taken out Pearl. Judgment Day taking out Split. So we have a few wonderful options to start off. And now, as everyone gets their picks in, we're going to see our first being Bind and Corrode. I'm not a big fan of Bind, in all personal honesty, so we'll see how Judgment Day plays on it. And Corrode, I'm just not as familiar with. I'm a bit green around the gills when it comes to the Valorant swimming pool. So hopefully everyone can bear with me if I mess up some names, whiff on some calls. But as we get our final bands and the decider of Haven, I do like very much. This should be a fairly interesting matchup, to say the least.
Oh, 100%. Once again, Bind and Corrode are probably the most picked maps at the moment throughout the series that we've seen. And this is almost the same kind of lineup we had in the previous best of 3. We start out with a Bind, then we follow up with a Corrode, and then instead of Sunset being the decider, this time it's going to be Haven around. And I do agree that Haven is a beautiful map. I personally also like it quite a good bunch. But Bind, you know, I gotta disagree on that part. I'm a personal believer that Bind is a great one. It's also slightly hated.
Yeah, I mean, so you gotta have your own picks. Don't necessarily just go with the flow, chat. Make sure that you are. If everyone is saying this map is terrible and you like it, that's okay. Don't hesitate to stand out from the pack when it comes to your map picks. But I do have to ask, if you're loading into this one, Persic, who are the players on each side that you're really trying to focus on? Who's the standouts that you're wanting to see really carry their team on either side?
Oh geez, for that I will have to pull out my notes. What did I have there? Well, obviously I don't know anything about the Goat Killers. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I had not seen their games, nor have I seen them perform. But without a doubt, obviously that's a different story. Now on the Judgment Day side, I do like Naito. He was an MVP there, here and there. Actually 2 maps, both Game 2 and Game 3. Naito was the better player and he was the MVP, so I'm obviously looking out for him. And I do expect the same performance. Now, what about the other players? That's for them to showcase. Maybe I will have a new favorite. Who knows? But that's why this game is so exciting. That is the unknown factor of it. But what about you? What are you feeling? Who are you feeling?
Just based on the notes and just based off of the data I have available, mainly because, like I said, I am as green in the Valorant scene as my green screen behind me. But What I'm liking so far, at least from the notes, I like Audie on the side of Goat Killers. Is never bought coaching, but is known as a fairly intense player. Utilizes TikTok audio to confuse his opponents, apparently, which I find very interesting, and or confuse his teammates. I don't know if I'm in a tournament and I hear if I hear there's nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, I'm gonna lose my mind. But I think utilizing smokes and getting that concealment is going to be paramount for the victors here. I mean, those are the two I think most common abilities we'll see is smokes and flashes. I think smokes are a bit more versatile overall, just providing that concealment and allowing you to get better positioning on a map and especially on point. But Audie on the side of Goat Killers, and then the person that immediately captured my attention was probably Team Apocalypse on the side of Judgment Day, mainly because of the name. But Tima, as a streakiest players in STM, has a very high ping hailing from Kazakhstan. I very much appreciate and enjoy that STM has collected all these players from across the globe to compete and hopefully elevate their skills going up against other top talent. But back to our original point, those are the two players that are really standing out to me. Just based on the data I have, I don't know if that'll turn out to be true, but I'm hopeful that we get ourselves an exciting matchup.
Oh, it's gonna be exciting without a doubt. That's for sure. These teams are great. They know what they're doing. And also, I must express that Ori, I actually saw some of it because when I tuned in yesterday to those games that were present, I saw a little bit of a hype around Ori. Even though I was there only for 5 minutes, I must admit. Still, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not gonna lie here and say that I've seen more than that. But from what I saw, Ori was hyped up heavily. And funnily enough, actually, with Ori, we go way back, almost. Well, not quite literally, but it turns out we were involved in some tomfoolery and shenanigans back in the day. It was around 2023, and I had no idea he's in the server, and I didn't recognize him until he expressed the whole thing. And then I checked, because the thing is, he told Mace that, oh yeah, where'd you get Persic from? We play like Minecraft and all that in this community. I'm like,
yeah,
hold up, Audio, who? What? I don't remember. And then he told Maze that I completely ghosted him and was like, that is impossible. I never ghost anyone. What are you on about? And then I checked the DMs. I ghosted him for 2 years. 2 years I hadn't responded.
My goodness.
I have no idea how I didn't respond, but hey, we're good on the terms. We chatted a little bit with Odie. So yeah, as I said,
okay,
we go way back. Good. We go way back.
It's the meme of the OG Xbox is last seen online 2 years ago.
Exactly.
Just disappeared. That's crazy. But happy to see that there's still some connection and that y'all are able to get things set and squared away as we get loaded on in. We get our operators picked as we get everybody set and squared away. So we load up Bind for our first map. The Go Killers on the defense, Judgment Day on the attack. I'm fairly excited to see this matchup begin. Folks, let us know who you got in the chat. Who are you siding with? Where are you placing your channel points if you're betting them? But either way, who you got in this one, Persic? Who are you taking in map 1?
Oh, listen, as I said, we go way back, so I'm gonna go with the Goat Killers solely because of Odie. If I didn't respond to this man for 2 years, I may as well at least offer something and
there you go.
This support, at least a bit of support. But still, as I said, I've seen Judgment Day play, so I know how they play, and I'm pretty confident in their prowess here. But still, I'm gonna go with Goat Killers solely because they have some strong players here. And what about you? What are your opinions on this?
Well, I think I'm going to go with the Judgment Day, not only just to counter your pick, but also because Judgment Day is the name of one of my favorite factions in the WWE. and used to contain one of my favorite wrestlers of all time by the name of Rhea Ripley, but that's besides the point. I'm leaning with Judgment Day. I liked what I saw in their player info beforehand. I like their picks. I like the comp. I'm loving the matchup. I'm loving the map for them. So we'll see how this one goes as we finally get into the matchup and we get things set and squared away in our bye phase. Best of luck to all competitors. Let's have ourselves a fun matchup, a good time, and hopefully some intense gunplay.
Oh, it's going to be intense without a doubt with these two powerhouses facing each other here on Bind. The first map of the second game today, and between Goat Killers and Judgment Day. Now, off the bat, off the rip, what we can see is that Judgment Day are piling their kind of power, their people towards B. This might be a great split push, which I am looking forward to. No one's there to contest him except for Fen on B with Vito, which is the newest character, and I haven't seen him in action yet, so I have high expectations here. There's going to be the first connect as well on B long. Though not much of a damage dealing here, but nonetheless the side is going to be provided for them to take, and the spike will go down momentarily.
Nice plant as Judgment Day now just trying to protect. Now rotating in on the outside, trying to find an angle. Again, that concealment allows them to push up uncontested, but beautiful shots from Easty. NATO able to grab two. NATO with another. Back and forth trades. It comes down to a 1v1 with the Ghost. Fen lurking. Can't get the shot. And it's going to be Easty to clutch up with a hat trick in round one for the Judgment Day.
Yeah, that was a great execution on both of their sides, though defense did not seem to be understruck. Well, simply getting through it without no issues, though I feel like a bit of a troll there by Gala. Coming in hard through hookah. Obviously, when you're mid-air, you can't really shoot. Well, you can try shooting, but that's not going to work out for you, as it proved itself to be the case, as he got shut down quickly. Or, yeah, it was indeed Gala, but Fen still hold off. Very well. There's Gala already in showers, waiting for anyone to come through, and there's pain shells holding any push back.
A lot of util going in on this push. Unfortunately, not getting a good amount of map control here. Apocalypse now just trying to rotate in. Audi, got to be careful in the smoke, waiting for the push. Ooh, beautiful headshot on Easty. Trying to find that trade. 4-4, Judgment Day. Now going for the plant. Can they get back-to-back rounds to start things off? It's going to be a bit tough here. As you see Audi holding this angle, wants to get that shot again. Audi with the Sheriff locked and loaded. Feeling good, feeling dangerous with the 6-shooter. And again, Audi just can't miss Persic.
One enemy remaining.
No, Audi, as I said, I am a firm believer in him, and as Fen, we've seen him before perform, but this is not going to be the case for him to take, as ADP is the one to shut him down. This is the second round. Obviously, the odds were in Judgment Day's hands, but the thing is, losing so many guns as the 3, precisely, it is a bit a lot. It's not very beneficial for their economy, to say the least, which is why they will have to go with this loss into third round. A bit of a disadvantage with those guns, having a Bulldog and a Spectre. That's more than enough to contest, especially with the Bulldog against a Phantom and Vandal, though nonetheless, it's probably going to go in Goat Killer's side. That's for them to show, that's for them to prove, not for me to speculate.
Shame. One thing I do want to make note of is we see differing teams, but both teams running with a Brimstone and a Raze. Now, they vary on their picks otherwise, but I do love the util that the Boombot provides and the disruption Brimstone can bring to a site as we get ready for a big push on to OBJ. Gala just trying to hold this angle on the shoulder peak as Judgment Day in a bit of a rough spot here as Audi with the 2-fer now. brings it to a 5v3, and Judgment Day starting to dwindle in numbers. Audi finally going down. Beastie looking for some shots, but unfortunately gets blown to smithereens. 1v4, and that'll do it. Gala able to secure the first round for Go Killers.
Hey, well, as per usual, first 3 rounds are somewhat of a predictable part of the game, or at least when it comes down to Valorant. Although there are some differences, and we've seen that in the first best of 3 that we had today, whereas you may win the second round, but usually it goes in the same script. So whoever wins the first round will win the second, and then the third one goes to the opponents. And that's why, from the 4th round, that's where the real game starts, and this is where the actual contestant happens from both sides. We have Timo with an AWP on attack side. That's not a very typical or confident part, but still, if he has the confidence, he may as well utilize it, which is what I'm looking forward to right now. Of course, Judgment Day playing slow so far, and that's what I love about this team. They have it all calculated, slow, and precise.
Calm, cool, collected, like a cucumber. Boombot's coming on in, trying to track down, and the patience from Cam there was perfect. Having that discipline, not necessarily revealing your location outright, but trusting that the Boombot will not get you. As the Go Killers just lurking now, creeping around corners. Judgment Day trying to find an angle onto site. As we continue here.
Yeah, this is a very slow approach. This is almost nearing the execution of Fnatic. Here are the smokes down. I was here with the Prowler trying to hold back anyone who would dare to come through. But Chameleon, this is a great position to be in. 30 seconds left on the clock. Showstopper activated. Trying to find anyone to get down, but there's Nido falling and EDP going with the trade through. Oh, but Emosi, no one's checking him out, and there it is. Able to shut it off, and there's the second round for them, and that's the momentum that they possibly need. Because as I said, on the 4th round, that's where the real game starts, and they show that they can contest any guns and any power that comes against them.
Really solid bounce back after the 2-0 deficit. Go Killers, like you said, have that momentum. Audi having a wonderful start at 6-3-3, and now you get into sort of the money management of this situation, or the cred management, I should say, as the Go Killers have the slight advantage in armor, in guns, and just overall this big momentum swing, and a lot of credits going their way. Judgment Day gonna have to play a bit from behind, you know, utilizing stingers and secondaries and not necessarily their mains like they want to, and just like that, 2 down. Tima able to pick up 1, but Cam too clean with the op, and now a 1v4 as Tima just getting some ult points and trying to make the most of a bad situation.
Yeah, there's nothing else he can do, really. And Chameleon was in a great spot there on the top, though had to fall off, unfortunately. Spike is in there. There's literally nothing you can do. You either fight until the last moment, try to get some guns on. Oh, but that's exactly what he does with a nutty shot there. But Chameleon will be able to shut it off. Now, I must also add on top of it all that for Judgment Day, they have actually a sub. They have Easty instead of Eric, and I only noticed it now. After you mentioned about the player.
Understood. Hey, yeah, sometimes you just got to get a last-second sub and get someone in there. Make sure you have a full 5-stack. So that could, having an effect on Judgment Day's overall play if we're getting different players in here at the last possible second. And my favorite weapon, the Odin from Audi, making its introduction, thankfully, as people who have heard me talk about Valorant before will know how much I am how bad I am at this game, as Cam keeps the op streak going and just can't seem to miss. Looking for some more. Tima just trying to find anything through the smokes, but just waiting patiently for its dispersal. Now shots from Eddie, able to pick up 1, 4-4, pushing on to the Bravo site, and a lot of util coming out. Tima trying to find an angle, but it's a no-go.
Yeah, easy getting that a little Audi with a note and still fighting back. Oh, but still being able to get 1, though Nido. Let's have to trade out 2-on-2. Very equal loss for both teams, and as Spike goes down, it is for Neural Theft to reveal location of all the players. And oh, but Eddie wasn't really aware of that. Here is Gala, the Italian man, the Italian brother of Lazy. Even though one is out of it, the second one can make it. Very, very patient. Time is of essence here. So Gala, you either do it and push through, or you fall like a hero, and that's going to be the case for him.
Naito, though, with the 3-piece. A couple of 3 pieces. I don't believe we've seen any 4s and no aces just yet, but we're all tied up after 6, so I think we're in for another slugfest of a series as both these teams duke it out trying to find that advantage. Adi again with the Odin, dropped to just 700 creds, but he's going for it all. Cam grabbing that op. Plenty of money left over, though, so ops in play for both sides. Team Apocalypse has picked up theirs as well. As we get set up, seems to be a Bravo push, but I'd put some money on it from Judgment Day. Team out immediately gets location revealed, so might have to change their plans, but Bravo feeling a lot of pressure. It's a 3-on-2 fight for Judgment Day.
For sure, and they have spread throughout the map very finely. I love the, so to speak, the space gathering here as they have space on B, which seems to be the main focus here. But nonetheless, they do have Tima there on A with a knob. Has an opportunity to get at least 1 or 2, but then again, has to get back as Gala on the other side, holding down the fort here. As I mentioned previously, the Italian brother and there's Fan joining in for the same festivities. But once again, I want to touch on Easty being the sub player. He played for Beans Al Dente, which means he is as warm as they come. Obviously playing already a full best of 3 and now hopping into another one. Full respect towards him, though we'll see if that affects his performance in any way or shape.
I believe it might. Judgment Day in a bit of trouble here now. 2-on-5 retake. On trying to just push into Bravo and find some sort of angle. Bring this from the scrap heap and unfortunately just eating the nades. Not an ideal situation, and Judgment Day able to pick up 1 as Adi goes down. 3 seconds left on the clock. Can they get Spike down in time? No, they cannot. Defenders take the win yet again as the Goat Killers take the lead.
Oh boy. The lead has indeed been taken. And it seems, as I previously mentioned, it's going to be a tough game for both of these. There's not going to be any dominance as per se, as we can see at least so far. And which is why now with 4 ults online, I believe Goat Killers have the advantage. They may as well take it once again and continue rolling down the hill with rounds after rounds. Oh, and here's going to be the ult for Vito. Of course, that ult holds throughout the whole round, so you may as well pop it from the very start and go from there. Oh, but a showstopper will find the Brimmy. Shut him down. Smokes off for Judgment Day. That's a heavy blow. If you don't got smokes, oh boy. You can't do anything. Really, pushing onto side is a different kind of task. That's a lot tougher than. And there's Team Up. Beautiful execution with Knob. Love to see that, especially from Chamber.
Balancing the scales just a little bit, but not necessarily enough. Like you said, not having that smoke, getting that concealment, pushing onto site becomes a very dangerous task. And now, Team Apocalypse trying to find a way to peek. And just pokes and prods from both sides as things slow down significantly. Judgment Day just trying to find that extra player to even things up. Go Killers holding on Alpha. As Judgment Day continue to rotate on. Beautiful shots from Team Apocalypse. NATO with another. And now 3-2. Adi, though, continues to be a menace. And gonna bring down the Brimstone. Easty able to escape just in the nick of time. Shots coming in. Team Apocalypse with the triple, baby. My goodness. What an effort from Judgment Day right there to tie things up.
Yeah, for Goat Killers, that was a bit of a blunder there, I must admit. It seems like something wasn't either calculated till the very end or just misspoken in general. In my opinion, of course, my humble opinion, that is, I would say they could have played it slightly more together off of each other rather than give those 1v1s and go from there. Especially when Ori activated the orbital strike, that alone was he cancelled the plant, so you have time to play off of, but it is what it is.
Indubitably. Quick trades. Gala, though, with 2. Easty able to trade it right back. A fast start for both sides, but who will have that advantage when all is said is done, as Cam able to take down Eddie on the shots. Now rotating on through. Easty, unfortunately, eating a bullet right to the dome, and now a 1v3. Team Apocalypse come for the Goat Killers, or will they prevent their Judgment Day? Time to find out. Team now just trying to find an angle onto Alpha. Everyone rotating on the side of the Goat Killers as Spike does get planted, but it's a 3-on-1 retake. Team got to be careful here.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate event. Obviously in a 1v3 with an off, not much you can do, but at least the Spike is down and they got the monetary reward from it. I guess in a spot like that, that's all you can ask for, really. Get the money, move on with the rounds, hope that you can get the op again, or if not, then try something else. There's always Outlaw and there's always Marshall. And that's exactly, yeah, well, their economical situation is what it is, a bit iffy.
Fair enough. You always have to be a bit careful on these buys and these later rounds before the swap, as your economy balance can prove to be your detriment. Again, Judgment Day, they have a little less armor, not necessarily their preferred weaponry. So utilizing those SMGs, those shotties even, Easty bringing out the Bucky and just getting aggressive with it. Rocket launcher inbound, just trying to find it. Mosey, unfortunately, going down. Easty getting dangerous with the shotty. Shorty from Gala. So some shotgun play, surprisingly enough, coming into play quite quickly. Aggressive push, aggressive plan, and Judgment Day now with the advantage. Go Killers got to make a move to retake.
Oh boy, yeah. Judgment Day has it in a bit of a shambles situation, though. Gala with a shorty still running around. Obit has an op as well, but Odie, as we've seen before, he's a solid play here, getting a 3-piece for his team, and that's going to be more than enough of a contribution. And an Odin in his hands again. Very beautiful execution there for the retake of side. Now, I must say, from Judgment Day at least, a quick note is that the play from Easty, as much as it was great, I feel like hitting the middle side of, kind of putting the showstopper there instead of a further distance when you're gonna land in there anyway. Maybe not the best call, because you got a shorty in your hands. You may as well just jump down there and get the kill. Yeah, with that,
you got to just get up close and personal if you're just gonna be running a shoddy this late. Now down 6-4, that advantage really coming to help the Goat Killers now as they start to peel away. Judgment Day trying to find a way to get back and not let it get too far. Oh my goodness, the jet dash Cam. My goodness. The ops are out. Gala and Cam grabbing 2 apiece, and Judgment Day in a lot of trouble here as they find themselves down 2 early in round 11. As now we continue here. Naito looking for a shot, trying to find anything, but Judgment Day getting backed into a corner here on the A-site push, trying to find an angle potentially through mid, and the Goat Killers are all over it like goats on a mountainside.
See, even in this situation, for Goat Killers, they don't have a very specific information. Of course, they know that players were coming towards A, but because the map control hasn't been given to anyone here, the Goat Killers, the only thing they have is information on sides themselves. And the same goes for Judgment Day. They don't know who's flanking or not, but they do have one player for it, which is, if I'm not mistaken, Naito. Unless there's going to be the first pick by him. Oh, never mind, Gala. Bit of a whiff, paint shells that to clean up whatever was missed. So everyone's going to fall down one after another with 2 ops on Goat Killer's side. That is mental.
filthy, to say the least. Naito getting opt themselves as again, Cam. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. The op in hand just annihilating. Audi at 14 and 7. It is a devastation on the side of the Goat Killers. You have a majority of players, only one player going negative, I believe, and Judgment Day unfortunately struggling here in the back half before the flip. Hopefully they can find the way to bounce back on this one, but they are looking to just really be in a whole heck of a lot of trouble here.
Surely so. Team on the judge, once again. Abusing the guns that they can abuse, but the biggest abuse is coming from the Goat Killers with those 2 ops. It's criminal. That should genuinely be illegal. Out of all things. God will have to get with his chasing touched. Oh, but there's going to be one pick until he falls. Those will get you down without a doubt.
Okay. Judgment Day with a little bit of life here. 4-2. And now trying to get Spike down. Judgment Day looking for an angle. Easty with the ops as they opt back. And now a 1v4 just like that. Sam able to shut down Fen. And a beautiful return to form for Judgment Day. And just the kind of swing they needed, I believe.
100%. Having your first half at 7-5, that's probably the best case scenario you can get. Especially, of course, the best case scenario is winning all the rounds, but in a sense where both teams are equally skilled or equally matched in general, it's 7-5, that's a great spot to be in. You're not too far behind, and you're not too far ahead, for example, for the Goat Killers. So they have their pressure of Judgment Day coming back to bite them, and Judgment Day, they know that even this pistol round alone can change and flip the tables completely. So that's all I'm looking forward to see if Judgment Day can pull this off, but with an aggression towards Shower when no one's there. Gonna be a wrong call, wrong read. So that's why Goat Killers coming through, flipping forward towards B, finding the trip window with a few whiffs.
There we go. Nice shots on the flip as Goat Killers get off to a great start. Now going for the plant. Another one for Cam. 5-2, excuse me. Now looking to find even more. Judgment Day in a whole heck of a lot of trouble here. Tima caught in the smoke and unfortunately going down. There's Audi for another one. I believe Cam's at 3 on the round. Naito, Sheriff in hand, trying to get some sort of incredible run. Would have to do nearly the impossible here. Gets 1, gets 2, and my goodness, it may not be too impossible. He's going to pick up the Ghost, drop the Sheriff. Now peeking out, trying to find anything. Time running out, pressure, and unfortunately the numbers game getting to him. Gala with the shot, but an incredible effort down the hallway with the Sheriff.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, in that spot as well, it's better to get those. You're not going to save Sheriff. Obviously, going into the following round, you don't want to save. You want to get the money from that. Of course, you can also die to the spike instead of giving an ult orb to your enemies. But still, this was a great fighting back. 2 picks with a Sheriff. Great execution, great play. And now moving on to the next round of full buy for the Goat Killers. There's the Bulldogs online. A bit of a cheeky play there from Sam. A bit of a crossfire. Love to see that, especially in a hookah. That is always a very welcome, and Eddie Pete running in on it.
Loving the short.
So the full, yeah, the full. Oh my God, the Bane shot is gonna be there. Oh, 24 HP.
There we go.
There's a trade. That's not enough. Oh God, Jesus Christ! They've dropping
pandemonium.
Down like flies.
Pandemonium in the rug room, and unfortunately, just like that, the Goat Killers take a 4-round lead. And it looks like they brought their best here today as a Judgment Day. Unfortunately, are not going to be able to recoup some of this loss here. They are down significantly in Econ, and I mean, a 4-round turnaround is going to be tough just from the limited experience I have in Valorant, both in playing and in casting. Judgment Day are in for a world of hurt as They just try to find a way to get back. They're going to go for weapons over armor here as they bring out their Phantoms and Vandals. So let's see if that gives them the advantage here. But either way, Goat Killers have that little extra protection with the heavy armor set. So pressure on Bravo as it's going to be, looks like a full 5v5 person.
Well, it will be without a doubt. The way they execute this, of course, as per usual, going to determine how things move forward. Though having 3 players on B side and another one very close by, it's going to be tough for the Goat Killers to take over it completely. Though as they climb through it, there's going to be the first one. Ori, as per usual, opening it up, and they are more floating through City, but trade after trade, not giving anyone advantage except for the Goat Killers, taking it themselves, and Team whiffing way too much. But oh well, there's gonna be another one. Oh, but so close! 6 HP! Oh, that stings.
That could not have been closer for Team Apocalypse. Was looking for a 4-piece, but unfortunately just stolen away at the last second. Audi absolutely popping off. 18, 9, and 7. No one even coming close on the opposing side. I mean, he has close to double the kills as the top player on Judgment Day. So the Goat Killers in championship form, to say the least. I mean, Mosey having a bit of a rough game on the side of Goat Killers, but when the rest of your team is playing like that, it's okay to be the anchor sometimes, Mosey. Don't stress as we get ready for our next round. It's going to be another big retake. You got 2 players of the Judgment Day trying to protect Alpha, maybe going for a mid flank, and now the push in. Goat Killers trying to take over site.
It's like on the side, this is going to be given to them quite quickly. And there's Mosey, as spoken about it. You speak of the devil, right? There it is.
Exactly.
Finally popping off and getting at least 1 pick. There's going to be ADP, not noticed by anyone except for Gala, who also takes the heads on. And there's 3 players left on Judgment Day to fight through it with a sandwich tactic.
Make it
going
2.
through B long and CT. Yeah, unfortunately,
this is
easy.
not going to be an easy retake in the 2v5. Unfortunately, cannot hit those shots down the hallway. And now Team Apocalypse all alone. 4 shots left and going down. Adi with the quick sweep. Unfortunate, to say the least.
Oh, Cam is trolling. That's crazy. spots him there, and then instantly up and down with his gun to show him, yep, I saw you. I saw you. But you ain't gonna do nothing to me. Ain't nothing. That is crazy troll. I gotta respect it though. Oh, funny man, funny lad. But hey, having the advantage of rounds, obviously you're gonna do it. You may as well just taunt them a little.
You gotta try. You gotta try to have a little fun with it at this point as we finally get first player above 20 kills. Audi, just too dang good it seems today. And now Judgment Day in a whole heaping amount of trouble as they find themselves down by 6, trying to find a way to lock in on the defensive effort. As it looked like it was going to be a bit of an A push, but I think Goat Killers are rethinking their efforts and try to converge through mid. Still maybe an A push, but not necessarily the angle they were hoping to attack it from.
Probably so. Still gathering certain information. Team, of course, notices. And there's going to be playing patiently, but of course, Gala, we've seen him excel at what he does, and that's precisely what he does here. Now, I must mention that Odie, he's the MVP so far. He's also not the highest ranked player here, especially on the team. There are, but that showstopper landing a bit short of the enemy. But yeah, Odie is a diamond player when there are 2 immortals. But nonetheless, he's performing very well, and that just shows that it's not about the rank.
Now, the rank can be, I have seen anywhere from silver and bronze players to have those moments. So, may not necessarily be Judgment Day's time just yet, but it's getting close. 3 on 3, they're able to keep things even now. So the Goat Killers try to push in onto Bravo now, so a full swing from Alpha. But Judgment Day are here to protect. Now, going for the defusal. Trade for trade. It's a 1v1 to decide it. Adi taking on Easty. The shots coming in, and Easty with the 3-piece. Should have time for the defuse, and the Judgment Day prevent the match point just for now. Beautiful clutch 1v1 right there, if I do say so myself.
It was indeed beautiful. It was very well played from Judgment Side's side, but especially Easty popping off that. But I must say, Odie must have had shaky hands there. Maybe a bit of cold. Who knows? I don't know his room temperature. But the spray was not it. The control of it especially was a bit shaky. But here we all have those times as well. Even when we're popping off, there still can be moments where we kind of falter and fall down the hole of not being able to hold it down. Anyway, once again, touching all the sides, and there's going to be Gala with the first initial pick. And of course, Odie. Who else if not Odie joining on to that fun? And this is all in Goat Killer's favor at the moment. Having the player's advantage, that's already what you want to do.
That's exactly what you want. Quick shots, and you're able to pick up one, but it's not enough to fully tip the scales for two. Goat Killer's in comfortable position now, but a quick two-piece from Judgment Day, able to change up the odds, and now 2-on-1. Let's see what Eddie P has for you and me, Persic. Is bomb going down. Spike going down, excuse me. That's the COD brain in me. Boombot getting shot. Eddie P just trying to stay up and get something going for himself, and now just stacking up, looking for an angle. Phantom in hand. Eddie P gets one, wants the other, can't find it. Unfortunate there. Another intense 1v1, and now match point for the Goat Killers. Can they put this one away here and now?
Truly, I was, in a sense, hopeful with Eddie P, as he is known as one of the clutchest players in STM. He's had the most clutches here, and he also has a play of the tournament in previous STM, so obviously he, if anyone, then he could have gotten that one, and almost also had it. There's only one player left, and
close.
he had
Dangerously close.
Yeah. Exactly. That's unfortunate. It just happens. One of those days. And where did that bullet land? Oh wait, it did land on Fen. It did. It just kind of went against his kneecap instead of something.
Just tanked it, unfortunately. And that's the privilege when you are up by such an extent. You have that econ. You can get that heavy armor because, you know, potentially if he goes light armor there, he's toast. But that extra protection, you know, he's able to save some extra HP, and he's in a bit of a world of hurt, but still up to be a distraction, cause some chaos, utilize his abilities. Even if you have 1 HP, still have a dream to grab that W. Judgment Day continuing to protect. A bit of a distraction now as it's a all-out push onto Bravo. Great distraction, though. Sam with a beautiful two-piece, though. Now Goat Killers feel the pressure on their backside. Judgment Day now trying to rotate and retake their site as it's a fight over Bravo.
Oh boy, but I do love seeing EC, or who was it? Gala, if I'm not mistaken, from flying. That's going to be a huge play. And there it is, also showcasing his prowess. And only 2 players left on Judgment's Day. That's going to be Eddie P coming through with a cancel on that spike plan. And of course, Fen with 23 HP to his name. And Gala
again. 2-on-1 yet again. Eddie P looking for the shot. Hat going out. Hat unfortunately does not save the day. And that'll do it. The Goat Killers take map 1 with just 23 HP and a dream. And the Goat Killers lock down Bind. A beautiful job. Unfortunately, the hat throw was spicy and saucy, but not necessarily what was needed, Eddie P. A solid GG's all around, and a 23-9 finish for Gala. Audi right behind at 21-12. A really solid start. 2 players combined for 40+ kills is always a beautiful sight, but especially here in this wonderful, wonderful tournament for the STM7. A solid GG's to both sides. Goat Killers taking home the W, as they are, in fact, killing some goats here today. We're going to have ourselves a goat buffet, if I do say. Never mind, that's just weird. Anyways, GG's to both players. Persic, your takeaways from the matchup.
Well, it's kind of what I expected as well, with Goat Killers coming out victorious, obviously, as I said at the beginning, and it's no surprise the way they played, especially for Judgment Day. It seems a bit of a disbalance in team. It might be that because they have a sub in that they don't have Eric, which is a star player. I must mention that in the previous, well, day before yesterday. Thursday, we had the game, and there we saw Judgment Day, and Eric was a great player. He was a force to reckon with. So, obviously, not having him in the team is maybe the reason why they couldn't fully excel the way they wanted to. But nonetheless,
fair.
Great matchup, great game, and that is not it. We do have another map coming up, and that's going to be Corrode, by the way.
Very fun. Looking forward to it. We have Corrode coming up next. Haven could be the decider if it goes the distance. But folks, I just want to thank Mace, thank Persic, thank everybody who gave me this shot, gave me this opportunity to cast some Valorant here this morning, and very, very fortunate to be here with each and every one of y'all. I am currently based in the United States, so it is fairly early in the morning for me. I apologize if I'm yawning throughout the broadcast, so bear with me. We're going to send it to a quick break, so don't go anywhere. Stay safe, stay awesome, and stay beautiful. We'll see you in just a few short minutes.
Come on.